up, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of College Football from College Kids. I'm your host, Zion. As always, is with me my co-host, Logan. And as previously mentioned on last episode, this episode is going to be all about James Franklin. The big news coming out of State College, Pennsylvania. And I think it goes without saying that this news has rocked the college football world. James Franklin, consistent at Penn State. Absolutely consistent. Great winning percentage. Even made a college football playoff berth. Of course, that came after the 12-team expansion, but you got to feel for James Franklin.
Yeah.
You know, this seems like this was his only bad year, going 3-3. But, you know, when Penn State has a national championship contender on paper, you can't go 3-3.
Yeah. I mean, with that roster, that's the only issue can be the coaching. I mean, you could talk about Drew Aller all you want, but I mean, the coaching plays a big factor. So, I mean, you look at this time last year, we wouldn't even be talking about this. Right. But here we are.
Even in week 3, I wouldn't have even guessed that Penn State was going to lose to Northwestern or to UCLA. Yeah. Like the Oregon loss is understandable. It's a big game, a lot of pressure, and you know James Franklin is consistent. He's 4-21 against AP top 10 teams.
Right.
He doesn't win the big game. Penn State is looking to move on from that. Consistently, Penn State has been looking to make the college football playoff for years, and they've had the team to do it. They just, under Franklin, they just cannot win the big game. On top of this, Franklin's going to go somewhere. I don't know where he's going to go. I've been told, you know, he might take an offensive coordinator job in the NFL. He may go to another open Power 4 conference or, you know, one of these jobs that's open. He may even take the LSU job. That might be a good job for James Franklin. But he had a good thing going at Penn State. And unfortunately, you know, Penn State wants to go into a different direction. Penn State's sitting at 3-4. I don't think Penn State will even make a bowl game.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It's tough going for them this year with Drew Aller gone and everything that's happened. I wouldn't write them completely out though, because they're still Penn State. But right. But yeah, it's not looking good.
Let's look at Penn State's schedule. They have Ohio State coming up this week. Next week they have Indiana. So that's a tough. I mean, number 1 team in the country, turn right around, and you play the number 2 team in the country. After that, they have Michigan State, Rutgers, and I believe, who's their last team? Penn State schedule. Let's pull this up. Penn State schedule and Nebraska. So let's talk about Nebraska, actually, because I was going to bring up the people who might be able to replace James Franklin. Matt Ruley, head coach at Nebraska. I just know that Penn State has been on the phone with him. He said in a press conference that he wouldn't address other coaching jobs in front of his players. But he did mention, you know, there's a ton of money at Penn State.
Yeah.
And given he loves his job at Nebraska, he's got a good thing going there. But I know deep down inside he wants to compete, and he can't do that at Nebraska. Not in the Big Ten.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd definitely be a good thing to think about. Good decision for him personally. I know that, as you said, there's a lot of money involved, and with that roster, you really can't go wrong. You're immediately going into a competing environment. Mm-hmm. So,
a couple of different coaches that I think personally are being considered. Head football coach at Navy, Brian Newberry. He's led Navy to 2 pretty extensive bowl games. They've had. They're undefeated right now, 8-0, and they're not ranked.
Yeah,
they're ranked in the coaches poll. They're number 21 in the coaches poll, but they're not ranked in the AP poll, which I find hard to believe. Navy coming out of the FBS, yeah, they're a Division I school. I don't know. That blows me away that Navy isn't ranked. But Brian Newberry has really turned the Navy program around. They're a real contender. They were threatening to make the college football playoff last year. Another coach that's being considered is Dan Mullen, coach at UNLV. They're undefeated too. And Matt Ruley, as we've said. And I mean, people, they say you give a dog a bone. People are even talking about Mike Tomlin.
Oh, that's a whole other story.
And I don't think it'll ever happen because Mike Tomlin is strictly a NFL coach. But as we've seen with the Steelers, if he's a defensive scheme head coach, where's their defense?
Right. Yeah. I mean, as Tomlin said, never say never, but never. But I'm going to go ahead and say that everything is possible. I definitely, if in a world where Tomlin coaches in college, which would be crazy, I think he would definitely be a good fit, especially with the Steelers' defensive struggles that are happening right now. I think it would work out for both parties. But speaking realistically, I don't see it happening. But it's definitely something interesting to think about.
Yeah. I think this will be a lingering thing for Penn State here. They've lost over 27 4- and 5-star commits. Yeah. So this is hurting Penn State. And I would go out on a limb and say that, you could expect to see this linger for a while for the Penn State Nittany Lions. And that's unfortunate because they had a really good program, a really consistent program, sitting at that 9-3, 10-2 spot every year.
Yep.
And we'll wait to see what happens. But in our next episode, we got a couple of other coaches that are coaching currently on the hot seat. We'll break those down and we'll see who could be the next fiery in Division I college football. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode.